And typically FDC, there are several quite powerful tools, like several machine learning classifiers, a classification model called classifier Gaussian naive Bayes. This is a probability like the classifier. And use the likelihood, the prior time the likelihood to produce the posterior probability and assign to the class it contains. And we use a margin. We use a marginal the multiplication of the marginal distribution to represent the multivariate probability density function. This is the Gaussian naive Bayes. This is quite straightforward. And adaptive boosting, called the ADA boost. So it consists of the multiple weak classifier. Then we by iterative adjust the weighting of the sample. They cannot classify well. Then the more weighting is given. Then combine. We call it ensemble. We call that the sequential ensemble. The classifier one. Classifier two. Classifier three. And so on and so forth. We call the ensemble, sequential ensemble. So if the model, no instance, the instance can be easily correctly classified and done. Then the first classifier cannot identify the instance correctly, then we'll use the second classifier. And the weighting will be given more important than the previous one. If the classifier two still cannot classify that instance correctly, and we further use a classifier three, and the more weights are given. That means the more emphasis are given. And collectively called the boosting, called the adaptive boosting, the ADA boost. The ADA boosting. Adapted to what? Adapted to different scenario, adapted to different instance being classified. So the older weaker classifier, a collection of the older weaker classifier to form a strong classifier. We call the ADA boosting. Yeah. I can see that there's a very fundamental classifier. Then extreme gradient boosting is the gradient. So this is like a residual block, residual network. So take the differences, what is the input, take the something we explain and the residual. Use the residual and for training, called extreme gradient boosting. The light gradient boosting machine, that means the light, the fewer parameters are required. So this is called the lighter extreme boosting. Then, well, the cycle gain based help the classifier to boost their classification performance. Finally, the accuracy up to 99.3 and the low false negative. What the meaning of false negative? False negative. The wafer is
good, but false negative.
False negative. Negative is false. You think it is negative. Negative is normal. However, normal is not true. That means the wafer is defective. However, mistakenly considered as a normal. Okay, get it? So, right? False negative only 6%. Down to 6%.
Type 2 error.
Yes. False negative. It should not be negative. It should be positive. However, mistakenly considered as negative. So it is either normal or abnormal. It is abnormal, right? Get it? Say it. Confusing, right? A little bit. You're doing okay. You have been here for a while, right? Guan Jun, what do you think? False negative.
Well, I think I need the time to think about
To think about it. Already think about it. Yeah, Yijian, it's okay right now, right? What about you? The Rebecca? Peggy. All right. Okay, I think right here we can, so just class, let go. Let me finish until the Wednesday, since today is Chinese Taipei team against the Cuba. We're going to see to watch the ball game. Okay, see you. Yeah, this is the last one. This is the last game in Taipei Dome. The Taipei Dome for the Premier 12.